Two paths, one destination. It's more than an idea, it's a reflection of human nature itself. We are all running in our own directions, shaped by different stories, driven by different dreams. Yet at the core, we all seek the same thing: to prove ourselves, to reach the limits of our potential, and to leave a mark that time cannot erase. Ronaldo and Messi embody this human pursuit. Their paths could not be more different, yet their destination remains the same: greatness. Ronaldo's journey is a story of discipline. He built himself, shaped himself, and constantly reinvented who he was. He turned weakness into strength and failure into fuel. For him, greatness was never a gift, it was an outcome of relentless effort. His life tells us that a person is never a prisoner of circumstance, he is the architect of his own destiny. Ronaldo made his body an instrument, his mind a weapon, and his belief a kind of faith. He knows that the world only respects those who fight their inner battles every single day, silently, consistently, and with unwavering resolve. Then there's Messi, quiet, calm, yet carrying a storm within. Where Ronaldo represents will, Messi represents nature. There is a flow in his movement, a sense of harmony, as if the game itself breathes through him. He teaches us that sometimes greatness isn't born in noise or struggle. It flows from silence and authenticity. Watching Messi play feels like witnessing intuition in motion. He doesn't think his way through the game, he feels it. His effortless grace reminds us that some people don't try to change the world, they simply express who they are, and in doing so, they redefine what's possible. These two paths, one of structure, the other of instinct, converge on a single point: the pursuit of completeness. That is the invisible thread connecting every form of greatness. There is no single formula for success. Every person carries a unique rhythm, a personal truth. Greatness happens when one aligns with that truth, embraces it fully, and commits every breath to realizing it. Ronaldo's story teaches that without discipline, dreams remain illusions. Messi's story reminds us that when we trust our natural rhythm, life itself creates the path. One shows that willpower can conquer nature, the other proves that purity and simplicity can create magic. Between the two lies a deep human truth, that no matter where we begin, if we devote ourselves to our authentic path, we can transform our reality. Their true achievement isn't measured in goals or trophies, it's in what they symbolize: two philosophies of being human. They reflect the dual nature of our existence, the strength of reason and the beauty of emotion. They make us ask questions of ourselves. What is my path? Which part of me have I been ignoring? Am I chasing my dreams with discipline or feeling my way through life with authenticity? Within their lives lies a profound philosophy. Inside every person lives both a Ronaldo and a Messi. One part driven by order and ambition, the other guided by instinct and heart. Success, real success, happens when these two sides find balance. Feeling alone cannot create direction, and discipline alone cannot create soul. A human being becomes whole only when both coexist, the calm of the heart and the fire of the mind. That's why their so-called rivalry isn't truly a conflict, it's a connection. They don't cancel each other out, they complete each other. If one is the climb up the mountain, the other is the dive into the sea. Both remind us that there are many roads to greatness, but they all lead to the same destination: becoming the best version of oneself. When we watch them, we see ourselves reflected. Some days we are Ronaldo, structured, relentless, ambitious. Other days we are Messi, gentle, flowing, guided by instinct. And if either of these sides fades from our lives, we become incomplete. Here lies the real lesson. Every one of us faces two paths. One demands discipline but builds strength. The other feels natural but requires courage.
Greatness begins when we learn to walk both, when we can combine the sharpness of will with the softness of intuition. And perhaps that's the legacy they leave behind. Not a list of records, but a way of living. They teach us that though our roads may differ, the purpose is one: to keep evolving, to rise, to perfect what we are. Closing statement. Choose your path, but walk it with conviction. The world won't ask which road you took. It will remember the way you carried yourself along the journey. The psychology of perfection. It sounds almost impossible, doesn't it? To be perfect, to remain consistent, to perform at a level where the world no longer doubts you. But for Ronaldo and Messi, perfection was never a final state. It was a constant process. It wasn't about being flawless. It was about mastering the mind that seeks improvement every single day. Because before a great player defeats his opponent, he must first conquer himself. In the world of football and in life itself, the real battle is not physical, it is psychological. Every decision, every touch, every moment under pressure reveals what's going on inside the mind. Ronaldo and Messi have played through criticism, through expectation, through the endless comparisons that would have crushed lesser spirits. Yet they stayed calm, composed, focused. Why? Because they understood that greatness is not just talent, it is mental discipline. Ronaldo's psychology is built on intensity. His confidence is not arrogance, it is preparation. He conditions his mind the same way he conditions his body, with repetition, control, and hunger. Every training session for him is not just a physical act, it's a ritual of belief. He visualizes success long before it happens. He plays the game in his mind before stepping on the field. That is why when the spotlight is on him, he doesn't shrink, he shines, because mentally he has already been there 1,000 times before. Messi's psychology, however, flows differently. Where Ronaldo controls the storm, Messi becomes one. His mind operates in silence, almost detached from pressure. He doesn't fight expectation, he dissolves it. Watching Messi play is like watching someone in deep meditation, where instinct replaces overthinking and flow replaces fear. His effortless grace reminds us that some people don't try to change the world, they simply express who they are, and in doing so, they redefine what's possible. Two opposite approaches, yet both equally effective. One is fire, the other is water. Ronaldo's perfection is built. Messi's perfection is found. Ronaldo works tirelessly to keep his mental state sharp. He thrives on structure, on control, and on self-imposed discipline. Messi's mind, on the other hand, functions in effortless rhythm. His genius comes from the ability to surrender to his own instincts, to trust his subconscious completely. But behind both lies the same truth, that without mastering the mind, the body is useless. You see, every person carries these two elements, control and flow. Some people need to command their mind like Ronaldo does. Others need to let it move freely like Messi does. But whichever path we take, the destination is the same: mental clarity. Because clarity is power. It's what allows you to act when others hesitate, to stay composed when others panic, to keep going when the world doubts you. That's what Ronaldo and Messi mastered, the art of mental stillness amidst chaos. Perfection, then, is not a performance, it's a state of mind. It's waking up every day knowing you're still becoming, still learning, still striving. It's not about doing more, it's about doing with clarity. The difference between anxiety and ambition is focus. Anxiety is energy scattered. Ambition is energy directed. Both have the same fire, but only one burns productively. And that's the quiet genius of these two icons. They found psychological balance in their own ways. Ronaldo through conscious control, building his inner fortress brick by brick. Messi through unconscious harmony, trusting the flow of his nature. But behind both lies the same truth. that the mind creates the moment. So, when we look at them, we are not just watching athletes, we are witnessing the human mind in its highest form, a mind that does not break under expectation, a mind that transforms pressure into poise and fear into fuel. That is the psychology of perfection. Not the absence of weakness, but the ability to turn weakness into wisdom. Every one of us has that power. We may not play in front of millions, but we all face our own arenas, at work, in relationships, in the quiet corners of our daily struggles. And like them, our victory begins the moment we decide to master the voice inside, instead of being ruled by it. Closing statement. Perfection isn't the end of mistakes, it's the mastery of mindset. Control your thoughts, and the world